Hi students, let us continue our lesson 7 Rise of Kingdoms and Republics. In our last class we studied the 2-3 Mahajanapadas and its features like as Kosala, Vatsa and Avanti. So let us remember the most important Mahajanapada was Magadha. So next topic is Rise of Magadha. Related as Magadha, how it became the most powerful, reasons want to study, and the two important rulers want to study related as Magadha, the rise of Magadha. Listen, and the Mahajanapadas actually we studied that someone were more powerful than other, and in their struggle, based on their struggle and supremacy. Supremacy means showing the most power, their own power in front of other rulers or other Janapadas. Among that, Magadha was emerged as the most powerful Mahajanapada. There was many more reasons are there because why or how Magadha became the most powerful Mahajanapada. The reasons are here, listen. Magadha was located at the center of the Gangetic plain. Gangetic plain means Ganga, near Ganga river. That plain region is known as Gangetic plain, and because of that the soil was very fertile and it could be used for cultivation even when without irrigation because of heavy rains in the area. And also I told the soil was very fertile because of the Gangetic region, and that's why the rulers got a surplus of their production, and also they got enough taxes for maintaining very good administration under the different rulers. So that was one of the reason behind how Magadha become more powerful. Next reason is the forests located in the eastern part of Magadha that provided elephants and timber. Timber actually they used for built fort, they utilized in constructing palaces and large buildings. Elephants they used in the war. Just points only. I underlined the points how much want to study. I underlined and in my textbook I will send after the class the image, so you will get the idea. Anyway points completely want to understand. The second reason is forests provide elephants and timber. Elephants they used in the war or army, and timber they used for build palaces and large buildings. Next is the reason Magadha had rich deposits of iron. Iron was there, large content of iron was there, which actually they used this iron to be make better weapons and agricultural tools. First point we studied, agriculture was very fertile, and the second one elephants are used for army, and iron actually rich deposits of iron were there. That's why they used this iron for making weapons. And also Magadha ruled very powerful rulers like Bimbisara, Ajatashatru and Mahapadma Nanda. These three rulers we will study one by one. They were ruled Magadha, and during their period Magadha became more powerful. And also the last reason is considering as the two capitals of Magadha were situated at very strategic, means very important places. Their old capital was Rajagriha. It was surrounded by a group of 5 hills. 5 hills were there surrounding this Rajagriha, and its new capital was Pataliputra, that was situated in the confluence of Ganga, Gandak and Sun rivers. Remember, these three rivers are the tributaries of Ganga, river Ganga. So it was surrounded the new capital Pataliputra. You know students, Pataliputra means the new name, it is Patna in Bihar. Remember that, it is not there in your textbook anyway, listen. So, old capital was Rajagriha and the new capital was Pataliputra. Next, the rulers of Magadha or Magadha Mahajanapada. The most important and the first most important ruler was Bimbisara. Remember how to pronounce him. And Bimbisara, he was the contemporary of Gautam Buddha. Our Buddha was the first important ruler of Magadha, and he expanded this empire by conquests, and that means conquering the other regions by entering into marriage alliances with the neighboring rulers of Kosala and Vaishali. Marriage alliances means he married the queen or the princess from other regions, and he maintained the area, extended his region with the other rulers, and he conquered his eastern neighbor Anga and obtained control over the port of Chamba. These were different Janapadas, and his most serious rival was the kingdom of Avanti. We studied already with its capital at Ujjain. Its ruler the ruler of Avanti, he was Chandra Pradyota. He fought bravely, but later on both Bimbisara and Chandra Pradyota became friends. So when they became mutual understanding or they became friends means their region become more powerful and extending. Like that way they followed. Next ruler was Ajatashatru. Remember how to pronouncing Ajatashatru, son of Bimbisara. And he also very powerful like as Bimbisara. He expanded the region by defeating Kosala, occupied Kashi, all other Janapadas occupied, and also Vaishali. Ajatashatru began the fortification of his capital Rajagriha, old capital, and to prevent invasion of Magadha. Other places or other rulers didn't invade to Magadha, and his capital in Padaligram grew into capital city of Padaliputra. Old name of Padaliputra, it was Padaligram. And the last most important ruler was the Nanda rulers. They came to be known as Nanda rulers. Became the powerful during the 4th century BCE. The founder of Nanda dynasty was Mahapadmananda. Nanda ruler's first ruler was Mahapadmananda. He seized Magadha and established large empire. He had a huge army and was very powerful. And later Nandas were weak and unpopular after Mahapadmananda. The last Nanda ruler was Dhanananda. He was the last ruler and he was overthrown. Overthrown means he lost his power, and the power of Magadha occupied by Chandragupta Maurya. Next lesson we will study about Chandragupta Maurya, about Mauryan dynasty we will study. Anyway, just to remember that the Mauryan dynasty established by Chandragupta Maurya. Short topic is from this lesson itself. Last of the topic we will study in next class. Anyway, just to remember, Chandragupta Maurya was the founder or established Mauryan dynasty. He overthrown or replaced. Remember, overthrown means replaced the last Nanda ruler, Dhanananda. Okay, students, let us read the textbook very well and concentrate the points. Okay, thank you.